What's going on, y'all? It's grind time, back at it again. Out here heading out to an appointment, and this is just a message for my guys, especially the guys that are fathers or intend to be one. You have got to build up an unwavering resilience to what your mission is for your family. And this applies really to everything. It applies in life in general, but especially if you're a father or a husband. And even like I said, even if that's just your brother, you a son, whatever it is that you feel or you look at or you deem to be the direction you want to go and the direction you want to lead in and the direction you want to represent, be mindful that people are going to try their best to make you waver from it, especially when your direction does not suit their direction. I say this because as a father, I have encountered endless amounts of resistance from people around me wanting my kids to go in a direction different than the way I wanted to go in. And every time it happened, it was because they wanted to send my kids in a direction that was going to be detrimental to them, and I wasn't having it. And the craziest part about it is when people do this, they'll know they're wrong, but they don't want to waver from it because what they know internally is if they accept the fact that what you're saying is right for your kid, then it's right for everybody. So if you're saying, I'm not, and I give you an example that I encountered the most. If I say I don't want my daughter dating when she's a teenager, I get all women saying, oh, you can't tell her she can't date. You got to let her live her life. You got to this, that, and the third. And I'm like, no, I don't, for one. And two, why? Never an answer. There's never an answer. And if there is an answer, the answer is always boils down to so she can go out and go screw people. Always. There's never a good answer. And my favorite is when people who claim to believe in the Bible try to make this argument, and I always ask, based on what? Where's the Bible say that she's supposed to date? And that's when you get my favorite response. Whatever. Whenever you reduce somebody, especially a woman, because dudes don't do it as much, but whenever you reduce somebody to whatever, you already know their argument is garbage. They know their argument is garbage, and so they just want you to accept what their garbage with no pushback. And I've reduced people to it multiple times. Why? Because what I stand on is right every time. I don't jump on board with BS, and I can back up what I say. I can back up the positions I take, and I stand on right or righteousness or whatever you want to say it as all the time. So when people try to come at me, they can't. And my results speak volumes over theirs. And this is the other thing that you're going to have to be mindful of and have to stand on. If your results bring good results, or if your actions bring good results, don't worry about what they're saying. I don't listen to nobody who don't have a successful track record of parenting when they try to tell me about parenting. It's not happening. You can't talk to me about marriage if you have failed marriages under your belt. You can't talk to me about fitness if you're not in shape. Like, I'm not doing it. And so when I say you got to be unwavering, I mean you got to have, one, make your leaders people who do good in what you're trying to do at. You don't have to follow one person for every single thing. You can look at one person like, you don't know what you're talking about in this area, but in this area, you got it. And then you got to make sure that you trust and believe in your process. And then once you got results to back your stuff up, don't listen to these people. Like I said, I don't plan on listening to nobody that's trying to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to my youngest, because my oldest is amazing. And when I look at the people who try to tell me what to do with mine, and then I look at what they did with theirs, they don't have a track record that outmatches me. Like, I had to tell somebody one time, because they were telling me about somebody who we knew that had all this stuff to say, and I go, okay, well, how many sons does this person have? And they go, I think they had 2. And I go, do you think I want my son to end up like any of theirs? No. All right then. Conversation over. You know what I'm saying? And when my daughter, it's the same. Like, if you don't have a daughter that looks like the image of what I'm trying to build for mine, shut up. You know what I'm saying? So for men especially, and yes, this can apply to ladies as well, but especially for men, because you're usually gonna be the leader in your environment, in your circle, in your household, or whatever. You are going to encounter resistance, and the better you're doing, and the better your path is, and the stronger your influence is, the more resistance you're going to encounter. And you got to be able to weather it so that your results show for themselves. And again, I'm not saying this from an idealistic perspective or like some whimsical thinking. I'm saying this from my own personal experience as well as my own personal results. I've encountered this since I was a young adult, when I was a mentor to younger guys, and I still encountered it as an adult, as a teacher, and I still encountered it as a father. And what I can say is my results more often than not proved that what I wanted to do and what I was saying and what I was conveying was correct. And so when you know that, then you know you don't have to entertain other people's BS interjections. And you have to do that because there's gonna be people that will screw your kids up just to spite you. People have tried it to me. I've seen people try it in many, many other scenarios. And so I say it as a cautionary tale and as a warning. Don't let people screw your kids up. And don't let people make you waver from what you know is the purpose that you have built for your kids. My mom did it that way and it worked for me. I do it that way and it's working for me. And I'm confident in saying it'll work for you.